Many cops are veterans themselves, so what happens when those who swore to serve and protect abuse their power against fellow retired veterans?
Call your dog off. Call your dog off. We need.
Stepping up to you, sir.
Sit down. Sit down. Do you understand that? When I tell you to do something, you do it.
Here are 4 times officers have unnecessarily gone above and beyond against a war vet. On October 31st, 2021, Officer Sierra Brooks encountered a homeless veteran who'd sacrificed more than most would dare to imagine. But instead of showing compassion, she decided to punish him.
I just saw you take money from that car.
Yeah, you saw me take money, but you didn't see me ask for it.
All right, let me get your ID, okay?
You can't ask for my ID.
Yes, I can.
Giving me money.
Okay, get your dog, okay? Yes, I can. It's called panhandling.
But it's not panhandling if I didn't ask for it, is it?
ID. You can give me your ID or you can go to jail for RDO. Which one you want to do?
What's the ID for, though?
Because I'm about to write you a citation.
For what?
This is Joshua Rower, a retired veteran who was deployed to the Forward Operating Base in Tikrit, Iraq in 2004. After years of brutal combat in Saddam Hussein's hometown, Joshua was diagnosed with PTSD and was striving to survive. And Officer Sierra didn't like his way of getting by.
You're gonna write a disabled veteran that's living in the woods a ticket.
Yes, because I asked you not to do it, and you
I
did
didn't do it. You
and I
see
sit
me.
there
I
and
come
watch
up here. I'm
you.
packing my stuff
I
up.
sit there and watch you.
You watch me walk up the
You're
sidewalk.
back in Third City. I'm out with that subject. Send me
Like,
your
you
ID.
literally watch me walk up the sidewalk.
Okay,
you
give me your
watch the
ID,
car
sir.
stop.
Give me your ID.
You're gonna write me a ticket.
Yes.
Road against the whole drive.
Yes.
I didn't commit a crime. I'm recording.
You violated a city
No, I didn't.
ordinance.
No, I didn't. There's no city ordinance that says somebody can't give me money. Because I did
And you
not have.
obstructed traffic.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
They did. They did. They obstructed
Give me
traffic.
your
You're
ID.
the one in the car.
Give me your ID, sir.
I'm not giving you my ID because I didn't break the crime. I'm not doing it.
When Officer Sierra started questioning him, backup arrived. But instead of helping a homeless veteran in need, the officers chose to escalate it into a disrespectful show of force against a man who had nothing but his service dog Sunshine, a 2-year-old Belgian Malinois he received to treat his PTSD.
Right.
Things can be inferred. So if it appears that you're violating the ordinance, that's how that works.
Right, but if
So if you're so let me tell you, because you're not a lawyer, you can get one, but I can tell you how the law works. You're in a median, right? You're waving at people in the median after I've told you.
Down like this.
Yes.
I sit there and observe you, and that lady is a witness down there.
yeah, and I walked up here because
Listen,
I packed
listen.
up like you told me.
I just want you to know you can go to jail for this ordinance.
I know that, and I was packing
listen,
up. That's why I'm
if you continue to argue with officers, you're going to go to jail,
I'm
and
not trying to argue. I'm just trying to say I didn't ask for
we are
money.
going to call animal control for your dog. You got it?
That's that.
Okay.
But
So no.
if I
You
didn't
cannot.
ask
You
for
cannot
money,
be.
you can't
You
give me a
cannot.
ticket.
You cannot.
The officers stood side by side, adamant that Joshua should be charged for accepting help. With no options left, he surrendered his ID. But that cooperation wouldn't save him, or Sunshine for what was about to happen next.
Dude, I didn't commit this crime.
But you're also in the median after I've told you not to be here before. Have I not said that?
And that's why I was vacating, because she asked me to leave. There you go.
No, your state ID, not your VA
This
ID.
isn't valid. It's not valid.
I need your state ID, not your VA ID. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
It's not even valid.
Give me your
It's
state
out of
ID.
date.
All right, turn around. You're being
Hey,
arrested.
whoa, what
You're under
for,
arrest.
dude?
Turn around.
Are you kidding me?
Turn around.
Do
Turn
y'all
around.
see this?
Turn around.
Somebody help me!
Turn around.
Hey, what are you doing?
around.
What are you doing? Mama!
Hey.
What are you
Suddenly, Joshua's loyal companion Sunshine sensed the danger and jumped in to protect him. But in a cruel twist of fate, the officer showed no mercy to the poor animal.
doing? Mama!
Hey.
What are you
Hey.
doing?
Call your dog off. 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 Sir, call your dog off. Call your dog off. He just bit me. He bit me. Call your dog off. To Charlie. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. We need. To Charlie 10 City. We need more units. We need more units.
Hey! Stop! Why are you doing this? Somebody help me!
Turn around.
Record!
Turn around.
Record this!
Turn around, sir.
Help me!
Turn around.
Help!
That was the last time Joshua saw Sunshine alive. While the officer claimed Sunshine tried to attack him, his fear of dogs clearly impaired his judgment. The officer, who swore to serve and protect, had turned on a man and his only companion, both of whom had never posed any threat to the community. In fact, the residents knew Joshua and Sunshine well and were ready to stand up for him and for justice.
I have to do what I have to do. The dog bit me, okay?
No, I didn't, because you shot him with a taser. Please help me. Why are y'all doing this to me?
What did they ask you for?
They asked me for my ID, and then he grabbed me and tackled me
you
and threw
wouldn't
me on
give
the
it to me.
floor. I was in the
you wouldn't give it
process
to
of
me.
handing it to you.
Okay, we're doing what we have
They
to do.
tased my dog. They tased it. Please record this. Please record this. Why are y'all doing this to me?
See the dog bite his foot.
Dude, he tased my dog. Of course. Like, seriously, why are y'all doing this to me?
Okay, but we have to do our job. We have to do our
Here's
job.
the thing. Y'all didn't see the whole story, so just back up.
Dude, you didn't either. You're harassing me and tackling.
Right now. Really think be nice. Y'all want to support y'all. Support us. You say, hey, you're wrong.
Well, you did not hear this. You did not see the whole story.
Please help me. Somebody record this.
The crying veteran was lifted off to jail on charges of panhandling and resisting arrest, which were later dropped. Sunshine, on the other hand, met a tragic end. While the media claimed she was hit at the time of the arrest, she actually survived and was taken in by a friend. She eventually ran away due to the trauma of being separated from Joshua, which led to her accident and death. In his grief, Joshua sued the city of Gastonia under the First and Fourth Amendments, as well as the Disability and Rehabilitation Acts. While Sierra and Maurice hid behind a flimsy ordinance, the next officer didn't even pretend to follow the rule. On the 14th of September 2017, Officer Joey Malero was called in to investigate a man who was screaming at his lungs toward the passing vehicles. Although he didn't see any traces of the alleged disturbance, he saw an opportunity for an instant power trip.
Power lines. Let's sit over here for a minute.
Oh, I didn't know we were...
You don't see the power lines?
I didn't even look up.
Okay, well, maybe you should pay attention.
Okay.
Have a seat over there. Get away from me. Sit over there.
You're pushing me away from you?
Yeah, I don't need you stepping up to me like that. Sit down.
Stepping up to you?
Sit down, I'm gonna sit you down.
I wasn't stepping up to you, sir.
Sit
Okay.
down. Sit down. Do you understand that? When I
Yeah.
tell you to do something, you do it.
Yeah, is that right?
Okay.
You're on a power trip? Is that what it is?
No.
The 67-year-old victim was Allan Kidd, a military veteran who saw the horrors of the 1990 Gulf War, a hell beyond the human imagination. After years of staring down real-life dangers, Allan wasn't about to be pushed around by some power-tripping cop.
Who are you?
I was just on the street and we were just talking.
Okay.
I saw that he was distraught and I was just trying to help.
Okay, I appreciate your help.
That's true.
Do you live around here?
Yeah, just next street.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, sir. You're good to go.
I was just...
What's your name, man?
My name's Allan
Allan what?
Kidd.
Kidd.
Yes, sir.
Are you homeless?
No, sir, I am not homeless, okay?
So what's going on with you today?
Nothing. I'm just standing on the street corner talking to this guy I just met, and all of a sudden you're pushing me down and being real physical with
Yeah,
me.
you know
And
why?
I don't understand. No, I
Okay.
don't know why.
Lower
okay?
your voice. Lower your voice.
Really?
Okay?
Do I have to do this?
Yes,
to
I'm telling
command
you
me?
the voice.
Okay.
Listen to me.
Because
I'm going to
you
tell
got
you
a
one more
kid
time.
badge on?
I'm
Is
going to
that
tell you
what it
one more
is?
time, or you're going to go to jail.
Is that right?
Lower your voice, or you're going to
Listen
jail.
to this guy, okay? Do you believe in this?
Lower your
Yes.
voice, or you're going to jail.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
going to go to
increasing my
jail.
base.
So listen, we are going to start over again, so you can learn. Go ahead and keep moving forward. I'm going to lay you out on the
I'm
ground.
just trying to get more comfortable, okay?
From Allan's point of view, he was simply minding his business before a cop came out screaming at him for no reason. For the officer, though, the story wasn't so simple.
I'm ready.
We were called here because you were here, supposedly yelling at the cars and causing a scene.
Negative.
Okay,
That-
are you
that-
going to stop talking so
That
I
is
can explain
negative,
to you?
okay?
You're about to go to
I
jail.
wasn't yelling at
You're
any cars,
about
okay?
to go to jail. That is the last time that I tell you. We were called here based on what's going on. Whether it's true or not, it is not. I have no clue. That's why I'm here, to figure out what's going on with you. When you walk up to an officer and you get that close to an officer, it is not good. Why? Because now you're in my personal space. So I am telling you to back up. And
It's
when you don't
okay
back
for
up,
it's
when you
okay
don't back up,
for you,
yes, when
to
I
get
give
in
you an
my
order,
personal space,
right? Because when
okay?
I give you an order,
because you're on a power trip.
because
Because
when
you
I
wear a
give
tin
you an
fucking
order,
badge. Is that right?
because when I give you an order and you don't follow it, that's what happens. I told you to back up and you didn't. I told you back up again or I'm going to sit you down and you didn't. So I sat you down.
Officer Malero clearly believed his badge was the ultimate shield of justice. The Fourth Amendment, on the other hand, strongly disagreed. If no crimes were committed and no threats detected, the officer had no legal precedence to arrest the Army vet. Yet he couldn't ignore such a blatant challenge to his ego. So he made a decision that would cost him everything.
Do you have ID on you, sir?
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
sure do. I don't understand why you're doing this. Why you're pushing me
Because I don't
around.
like people testing me. I don't like people
I don't
not
like
orders.
Nazis either. Okay. Are you done? Can I show you my ID?
With the situation boiling out of control, a sensible partner would normally step in and de-escalate a wrongful arrest. Malero's partner, though, chose to play bad cop with the bad cop.
Give me the arm. Give me your arm.
Can I show you my ID?
Hold on, let's get his backpack off.
Can I have my ID back? Can I have my ID back?
Be quiet.
Please.
Hold on there for a second.
Do it.
I'll put on my glove.
Can you please pick up my ID before we
We
go?
will.
I've done nothing.
Stop talking!
What?
Without any Miranda rights or arrest formalities, Allan was detained for resisting an officer without violence, so he prepared his plans for revenge. In September 2017, Allan sued the police department and Officer Malero for wrongful arrest, leading to Malero's termination 1 year later in December 2018. Now, Officer Malero definitely broke a couple rules in the book. These next cops shredded the entire rule book. On August 27, 2019, two Los Angeles officers paid a courtesy visit to Slade Douglas, a U.S. Army veteran, claiming it was for a wellness check.
Can we come in and talk to you for a minute? Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone else in the house?
No, that's me. So, I'm just gonna make sure nobody else is
No,
in
please,
here.
no. Hold on, I asked you no.
All right,
so
all right, just
I'm
relax.
not asking you to leave, because this is my house.
Okay.
Number one, you just can't walk around.
Let me ask you just a couple questions. Okay. The veterans people, they were concerned, okay, regarding a couple things. One was which that you were threatening to commit suicide.
That's not true.
Okay. So what I'm here for is just to make sure you're not going to do something like that.
Not suspecting any foul play, Douglas invited them into his home, a mistake he was about to regret. The snooping officer, identified as Jeremy Wheeler, wasn't being completely truthful. According to the report, Douglas had previously filed discriminatory complaints against the veteran administration. The VA agency then called in officers to pay Douglas a visit under the false guise of suicide. In effect, the officers were there for him, but they weren't going back empty-handed.
So if you need our help, that's what I'm here for. So we're not here to mess with you, bother you, or anything.
Well,
like
you do understand if you just walk in my place and you just automatically start walking around, and I know y'all wear body cams as well. Ex law enforcement too. If you just come in my place like that and you just start walking around, you have to have my permission to do that. So I don't appreciate that. You can't violate my rights because you got called help.
Okay.
So you're not helping me if you just come in and you automatically start violating.
Sir, it was more for like officers.
Right. So don't say right, because it's about my safety, because you're in my domain, and if you're here to help me, you can't say, well, my safety is, because I have no weapons. Obviously,
We don't know that.
You do know that, because I'm asking you to leave. Please leave. I'm asking you to leave.
You don't feel
I
like
know.
yourself.
I'm asking you to leave.
You don't feel like
Please
hurting
leave.
yourself.
I'm asking you to leave my residence.
Well, if you answer this question, then
I'm asking you to leave my residence.
I'm about to put you in handcuffs, sir.
If you do that, that's your choice.
Okay, turn around. Put your hands behind.
Why would you put me in handcuffs?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
What have I done?
You're going to listen to what I said. You're going to put down the phone. You're calling 911, and I'm standing right here.
But what have I done?
Put down the damn phone.
Why are you
Turn around
cursing
and
at
put
me?
your hands
Why
behind
are
your
you
back.
using profanity
Put your
at
hands
me?
behind your back.
Why are you using...
Because you know what? You're calling 911, and we're standing right in front of you.
But I'm
Does that
asking
make
you to
sense?
leave my residence.
I'm not leaving your place now. Turn around, put
You
your hands
said you
behind your
came here to
back.
help
I'm not
me.
doing that now. Put your hands behind your back.
A visit to check if Douglas was doing okay somehow escalated into an arrest. The officer claimed Douglas was calling for help as they stood before him. When that wasn't sensible enough, he began grasping for straws to justify the cuffs.
What's your problem?
You?
You know what? We came here because you called for help.
I didn't call you. I didn't call you.
Who did you call?
I did not call you.
Who did you call?
I didn't call you.
Who do you think they're going to call?
I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't want them to call you all.
Well, they did.
Okay.
Okay?
Well,
and now you're in our custody because you're under a mental evaluation.
That's fine. Okay. I'm glad, and the body cams are working too.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
where's your ID?
Do you want your ID?
I can't get it because then I'm not going to allow you to go through my things here.
Okay, so you don't own any weapons?
I already showed you that I had no weapons.
I don't know
told
that.
you that.
I don't know that.
Okay, you don't know anything.
Because I could go looking for anywhere that you might have a weapon if you're going on a 5150 hold.
I shouldn't be on a 5150 hold.
Why don't you?
That's an abuse of authority to put someone on a 5150 hold who has shown no signs of harming themselves.
Are these your keys to your apartment, sir?
Douglas was detained in the squad car with the threat of a 5150 hold, which was the officer's true intent for the visit. A 5150 allows them to legally confine Douglas in a mental facility for 3 days under the pretense of being a danger to himself. This simple detail made it clear that it wasn't just an arrest, it was a deliberate effort to break a man.
The thing you can do is make a 911 call right in front of us.
I can do what I want to if you're violating my rights. Don't tell me. Oh, so that's retaliation then. I can call wherever I want to. I have not violated any laws. If I want to call 911,
is there an extension on there?
Call 911. Y'all don't always
No.
act in accordance to the law either. Plenty of y'all get arrested and in prisons. Your badge don't make you above the law. Your badge does not cause me not to have rights.
Not when I'm there, sir.
Yeah, what you mean not when you're there?
It's.
If I ask you to leave.
Well, you're not gonna let me answer. Then I'm not gonna answer.
Okay, but you'll have a lot of answers.
Actually, what you did was against the law.
It's not against the law. What you did was against my rights, so it was against the law as well. Your badge does not allow you to deny a person their constitutional rights.
First, they violated the First and Fourth Amendments, which protected the freedom to speak and freedom from illegal arrests and unnecessary violence. When that wasn't enough, they escalated to physical. Nothing says wellness check like physical pain during the unlawful arrest.
I will fix them, though. I will fix them.
Did you do it really soon?
Yes.
I'm asking for a reasonable accommodation.
I told you that's what I'm gonna do. So be
I
quiet.
need it soon because my disability is being activated. And then you go raising your voice again at somebody. Why are you raising your voice?
You won't let me get a word in edgewise.
Because I'm fucking hurt.
Get up. Get out.
You can speak to me in a different tone as well. You don't need to scream. And don't say that I am, because you claim you're supposed to be helping me. It's the right.
These cuffs are just
it's
fine.
The right. And it's not that it uses the positioning of my arm.
What are you talking about?
I have a. Okay, you're aware that I'm a disabled veteran, right?
Are you sure? Yeah, well,
okay,
that's what
I
you're
have
saying.
cervical radiculopathy.
You see, there's plenty of room there.
No, it's not about the room. It's the positioning of my arm.
Well, how do you want your arms?
I need this cuff to be removed so from the front.
You know what? The cuffs wouldn't be on you if you weren't acting the way you are.
Whatever. Acting by exercising my confidence.
Believing in their badge and the institution that sent them, Officer Wheeler and his partner were unfazed. Even the threat of a lawsuit meant nothing to them. So Douglas got desperate. At this point, he was willing to do anything to avoid being hauled away by the officers on ground.
Look,
that's fine, sir.
Yeah, you think I'm lying. And I'm suing you. Why?
Okay.
You can laugh. I'm glad you find it funny.
No, sir, we got your date of birth.
I don't care what you got.
Any longer than you have to be.
I need medical attention. Could you take me to get medical attention?
Yes, you will get medical attention.
I need it immediately.
Okay.
I've asked for a reasonable accommodation for the last 15 minutes.
Douglas, you requested a supervisor. I called one.
No, but now he's taking them to. I need.
Okay.
I requested an accommodation as well.
Okay.
On the ADA and the California
Okay.
Disability Person.
Okay.
You guys are refusing to do that.
Douglas,
Why you put your hand up like
if you don't need medical assistance,
I said I need medical attention. I don't know why you would say something different than what I just said. I need medical attention.
you take any medication?
I'm not answering that question. I need medical attention immediately.
Okay. What's your birthday?
I'm not answering that question either.
They're gonna need this information.
I'm already entertained. What you mean they're gonna need it? You already got me in cuffs now? I'll find it out anyhow. I'm not answering any of your questions.
You don't want to answer any questions.
I don't have to.
The superior officer arrived before the medical team, and frankly, he wasn't much help. And neither was the ambulance. When the medical team arrived, they weren't concerned about easing Douglas's pain. They were concerned about the legal storms ahead.
For 5150 evaluation, the thing is, he has prior injuries to his back, I guess C-spine issue or something from previous injury in the military or something like that. Okay. And he requested an ambulance. So here we are. But it's, I know there's nothing you can really.
So he's ambulatory on scene, walking, talking, awake and alert.
Yeah.
And we're going to the hospital because.
You know what? If he says he doesn't want to go, does he still have to go?
Oh, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna. How much time do you have on?
20.
I have 34. So the smartest thing's going to be put him on a gurney, handcuff him to the rails, take him to the hospital, tell the doctor that he's complaining that he's got previous back injuries and he fell in comfortable position. You need to get it clear. That way, it takes all the liability off you guys, takes it off the city. I think it'll be the best thing to do.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
We got.
So we're on the same
What
page.
information does he have?
So all I need is his name, birthday, address he's got if he's homeless. But we'll basically do that.
While he was handcuffed to a gurney and prepared for transport, Douglas helplessly continued to recount the insanity behind his arrest. But the officials around him showed zero interest in his plight.
Did you stop putting your hands on me?
I know, I have to.
I'm going to get up myself, though.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just going to make sure.
I'm asking you to remove your hand.
No, I'm not. Stand up, please.
See, I just requested again. They don't want to leave. I called 911. They detained me. They saying I'm on a 5150 home. They saying I'm on a 5150 home. So if I'm on a 5150 home, then for calling 911.
Don't be telling everybody that.
I can tell people what the hell I want.
You're going for an evaluation.
From the moment the ambulance doors closed, Douglas was subjected to completely inhumane treatment. He was repeatedly injected with unknown drugs that quickly rendered him unconscious. Because of the 5150 hold, he was subject to a catheter, multiple forced medications, and according to some records, even physical. Interestingly, no charges were filed against him. He was simply released with a warning. But Douglas didn't remain silent. He fought assault and battery, false imprisonment, conspiracy, and more. At the time of this video, the case is still ongoing. One would think Officer Wheeler was too aggressive, yet these next officers treated a traffic stop like a attack.
I'm sorry, what?
Get out of the car now!
What's going on?
Get out of the car now! Get on the ground.
Please talk to me
Get on the
about
ground
what's
now!
going on.
Get on the ground and you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
That's Officer Joey Gutierrez and Daniel Crocker, who pulled over a confused serving lieutenant of the U.S. Army. The incident occurred on the 5th of December 2020 in Windsor, Virginia, where the officers saw a brand new Chevrolet Tahoe. Since the vehicle's windows were too tinted, the officers decided it was a good idea to break a couple federal laws.
Driver, roll the window down!
Felony traffic stop.
Put your hands out the window! Put your hands out the window! Turn the vehicle off, put your hands out the window! Let me see your hands! How many occupants are in the vehicle?
What's going on?
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out!
A drawn weapon during a traffic stop is only credible under two conditions. First is a situation of credible threats or harm, or if the suspect is displaying visible violent behavior. And the suspect in question, Second Lieutenant Karan Nazario, wasn't showing any of those signs. Yet, the unlawful use of deadly force wasn't the only law broken in this case.
Keep your hands outside the window!
My hands are right here. What's going on?
Get out of the car now!
Get out of the car!
What's
now!
going on?
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car now!
I'm serving this country and this is how I'm treated?
Yo, what? Guess what? I'm a veteran too. I don't know, babe. Get out of the car!
What's going on?
Get out of the car now!
What's going on?
What's going on? You're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
I'm sorry, what?
Get out of the car now!
What's going on?
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
Sir, just get out of the car!
Using the 1977 case of Harry Mims for Pennsylvania, the police could ask anyone, including Lieutenant Karan, to get out of his vehicle for a pat-down, and they had to comply. And while Lieutenant Karan was clearly not compliant, it still didn't justify the torture he was about to experience.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest
for a traffic.
You're being detained. Okay, you're being detained for obstruction of justice.
For a traffic violation, I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
Really?
Get your hands.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me, please. Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Back up there.
I didn't do anything. Don't do that.
Sir, get out of the car now.
Don't do that.
Hey, sir,
get out of the car now.
Don't do. I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay.
I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on.
Hey,
What's going on? Hold on. Watch it.
Air 4 OC is deployed.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
That's
Get out of the car now.
Sir, just get out of the car!
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car now.
That's really
Let's go.
Is your commanding officer available?
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Please talk to me.
Get on the
about
ground
what's
now.
going on.
Get on the ground or you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get
going
on
on?
the ground. Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me
Get on
about
the
what's
ground.
going on?
Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes,
going
sir.
on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this? Why?
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
So while Lieutenant Karan was actually asked to step out of his vehicle, he chose instead to safeguard his life, because the real catalyst behind the drawn weapons in his arrest wasn't just the lieutenant's actions. The real culprit was a historical event that happened 7 months prior in May 2020.
It's a simple traffic
violation.
violation.
Mr. Nazario, look, you want to stop in a well-lit area because you're nervous.
Yes.
The whole BLM movement, you're probably nervous and all that. They feel the same way. They're nervous for their jobs and their lives. I get where you're coming from. They get where you're coming from. But let's let this pepper spray kind of wear off and stuff, and then just have an intelligent conversation with them.
Driving all the way down here. First of all, you passed a well-lit parking lot there, but okay, you felt more comfortable here, okay? Coming here was not the problem. That was not the problem. The problem is when you refuse to get out of the car. Okay? You refuse to get out of the car. When we got here and you stepped out of the car, I can promise you, this would have been over by now.
Fearing that he would be another statistic in the news, Lieutenant Karan claimed he ignored the police tailing him till he got to a well-lit area. But the officers didn't believe him. They believed there was no more to the story than the lieutenant was letting on. So they started digging.
I can see a little better.
Okay, very good. So we're progressing. We're getting there.
Where you stay at?
I'm heading to Petersburg right now. Check on some family stuff. I got a bunch of gear in the vehicle. I'm transferring units right now. My vehicle's loaded up with gear.
Okay, well specifically, he was asking about weapons. What kind of weapons you got there?
It's right there. I'm sure you saw it already. Right
No,
there.
you just got a handgun or you got a long gun?
Yes, a handgun.
No long gun? Where's it at?
I got it.
Like you said, don't worry about their safety. Like you worry about yours.
You alright if I pop the trunk? Hey, pup. Hey, pup.
Is that a blue nose? Yeah. Gorgeous songs. Thank you.
After a thorough search of the vehicle, Lieutenant Karn was cleared by the medical staff, which brought them back to the very beginning. The officers finally had to fess up the real reason he was stopped like a at gunpoint, and it was absurd.
So, let's go all the way back to square one, okay? I turned around on you at Food Line. I actually came out of Cost Plus, and I came up behind you.
I saw you before you turned.
And you had no tags displayed. I see it, but per the law, it has to be in the license plate bracket. I understand it's paper, and I understand why it's there.
Yes.
But at that time, I had no idea. I didn't know that you had a vehicle registration until I approached your car. And at that point, I was too busy dealing with you to deal with the tag. You want me to wipe your eyes? Okay. So, look, all this was going to be was, hey man, I stopped you. You didn't have a tag. You got your driver's license. I'd have ran you, and you'd have been on your way. Okay? What would have been a 2-minute traffic stop turned into all this?
As I was telling him, you know, I've pulled over to well-lit areas before, and I've never looked out the window and saw a gun blazing immediately.
So the reason we did that is because we followed you for 1.5 miles with lights and sirens on, and you didn't pull over. I understand you want to get to a well-lit area, a well-lit area. I get that, but when we follow you that long, look at the climate this day, and against everybody, against us, against y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not out to hurt you, and I know you don't want to hurt me.
With all their excuses in play, even the officers knew they had dropped the ball and crossed the line into excessive force. So they shifted to another tactic to save their skin.
I don't want to hem you up. I'm going to be straight up with you. You're a good man. You've made lieutenant in the Army. How hard was that? That wasn't an easy task, was it?
No, it wasn't.
And what would this do to your career?
It would hurt it. And I'm in the middle of getting promoted right now anyway, so yeah.
To what, captain or first lieutenant?
To first lieutenant.
Okay. And then when we get you out of the car, we have to wrestle with you on the ground just to get your hands behind your back, just to put you in cuffs, just for the safety matter.
I respect rank. However, I do have a job to do, okay? I just talked about Chief of Police. You asked for a superior. He's off, obviously, right now. It's Saturday. I called him. He came out. We talked. Here's how what I was thinking. I told him what I wanted to do. He said, that's no problem. 2 ways we can handle this. We can either sit here with you until you get your eyes back where you can see, and I mean at a good distance so you're safe to drive, okay? And you're going down the road. Go do your deployment. Go continue serving my country, which I respect and I thank you for, okay? Or we can push the issue, write you tickets for no license plate displayed and for obstructive of justice. I don't want to charge you. I will. It's my job. I don't want to. The chief's giving me discretion on how to handle it. He's like, these are the 2 choices. I said, that's what I was thinking. That's what I want to do. He's like, not a problem. We can either let it go, help him out, get his eyes back, and get him on down the road so the Army doesn't get involved, or we can charge you, and then it's a big hassle for you. It doesn't change my life one way or the way, because you see what I'm saying? It's not about me. This is about you.
Over time, Officer Gutierrez would find that his statement was completely false. Lieutenant Karn sued the 2 officers in April 2021 for $1 million. The jury awarded him $2,685 for the assault and $2,000 for the illegal search of his vehicle. Officer Gutierrez was fired after he was found guilty of using excessive force.